The Lakers' offseason strategy is beginning to take shape as Los Angeles continues its search for a true rim protector. Robert Williams III and Mitchell Robinson have emerged as two of the team's most intriguing targets. Meanwhile, another NBA draft trade could already be in the works following the Bulls deal, and the influence of new owner Mark Walter is becoming impossible to ignore. If you want the latest Lakers news, trade rumors, and offseason updates every single day, make sure to subscribe to SkyHook Report. Now, let's break it all down.
What if the missing piece to the Los Angeles Lakers championship puzzle is a $48 million defensive anchor currently being squeezed out of his own team's rotation, and acquiring him means snatching him right out onto the Boston Celtics' noses? We are looking at a scenario that could shift the entire balance of power in the NBA, as the Lakers find themselves staring down a major front-court dilemma this offseason. The Los Angeles front office is officially on the clock, and the center position is teetering on the edge of complete disarray. With DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes both heading into free agency, the depth chart down low is suddenly looking dangerously thin. When you factor in that the Lakers just backed up the Brinks truck to re-sign Austin Reeves through a massive big-time extension, the financial gymnastics required to build a contender are becoming incredibly complex. Add in the looming free agency decisions surrounding franchise cornerstones like LeBron James and Rui Hachimura, and it becomes painfully clear that Ayton and Hayes might simply be the odd man out due to salary cap constraints. But right as panic threatens to set in, a golden opportunity has emerged on the trade market. Reports indicate that former all-defensive star Robert Williams III could be available, and Pro Football Network's Cooper Kleinberg has explicitly linked the Lakers and Celtics as the top landing spots for his services. The reality in Portland is that Williams may be the odd man out, as the Trailblazers are heavily invested in their two valuable young centers, Donovan Clingan and Yang Hansen. This creates a massive market inefficiency that the Lakers must exploit. Last season in 2025, Williams was highly productive in a limited role, averaging 6.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks per game for the Blazers. At 28 years old, when he is fully healthy, he remains one of the absolute most terrifying shot blockers in the sport. Now, we have to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Injuries have always been a lingering concern for the Time Lord. There is serious risk involved here. Boston makes a ton of sense for a reunion because he had his best years there, notably in 2021 when he was a second-team all-defense selection and nearly averaged a double-double, offering that dominant rim protection they've sorely lacked. But let's look at this purely from a Lakers basketball perspective, and why this move could be the ultimate steal. Signing Williams is an incredibly viable option because, while he might not dramatically upgrade the Lakers' perimeter offense, his fit next to Luka Doncic would be absolutely lethal. Think about the pick-and-roll geometry. Williams provides an elite, athletic lob threat that Doncic can exploit against dropping defenses, perfectly complementing Luka's gravity. Furthermore, bringing in a defensive anchor of this caliber would completely bolster J.J. Redick's defensive schemes, providing the backline erasure the Lakers desperately need to contend in a loaded Western Conference. The beauty of this potential acquisition lies in the financials. Because his market value is suppressed by his injury history and Portland's crowded rotation, Williams shouldn't cost the Lakers too much to acquire. This means Los Angeles could theoretically add a game-changing rim protector while still retaining the crucial salary cap flexibility required to bring back LeBron James and potentially Rui Hachimura. It is the ultimate low-risk, high-reward scenario. As one of the most under-the-radar targets this summer, the veteran big man represents a massive opportunity for a contending team. So, Lakers Nation, you have to ask yourself, do you roll the dice on a generational defender with an injury history if it means giving Luka the ultimate pick-and-roll partner? Or do you let Boston swoop in and reclaim their defensive anchor?
What happens when your franchise superstar marches into the front office, looks management in the eye, and issues a singular, non-negotiable demand to completely reshape the roster? That is exactly the high-stakes reality the Los Angeles Lakers are navigating right now, as ESPN's Dave McMenamin reported that Luka Doncic has directly asked the Lakers to get me an A-list center. That is not a request. That is a mandate from your franchise cornerstone. And the ripples of that demand are sending shockwaves all the way to the East Coast, where the Lakers might just exploit a financial crisis brewing with the New York Knicks. The Lakers have heavily committed to their backcourt, locking in roughly $100 million for Doncic and Austin Reeves, with Reeves just agreeing to a massive 4-year, $185 million max contract, according to Shams Charania. With that kind of money tied up in the perimeter, finding dominant defenders in the paint and at the rim becomes the ultimate roster-building challenge. While DeAndre Ayton is technically under contract for next season, he holds an $8.1 million player option, leaving his future entirely up in the air. Los Angeles needs a concrete plan, and while restricted free agents like Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren are out there, front office insider Bobby Marks noted he doesn't see the Lakers landing them. That leaves the door wide open for Mitchell Robinson, who currently finds himself caught in a massive financial squeeze in New York. The Knicks have been desperately trading away draft picks just to save money for their own free agents, like Robinson and Mo Diakitewa, who is reportedly intending to sign a multi-year $10+ million deal. Here is where the drama truly unfolds. Knicks owner James Dolan has made a hardline edict. The team will absolutely not go into the dreaded second apron of the luxury tax. Dolan stated publicly last week that they cannot cross that threshold. Right now, the Knicks are projected to be just $13 million under that $222 million second apron limit next season.
This creates a massive vulnerability, and as Brian Windhurst pointed out, if Dolan is true to his word, there will be no Mitchell Robinson or Landry Shamet back in New York. This is the Lakers' championship window swinging wide open. According to Bobby Marks, if the Lakers swoop in and put an offer sheet on the table in the $13 to $15 million range, it would be incredibly hard for New York to match it without triggering those second apron penalties. This is a front office chess match of the highest order. By weaponizing their available cap space and aggressive new ownership, the Lakers can essentially price the Knicks out of their own dominant backup center. From a basketball perspective, putting Robinson next to Doncic gives the Lakers a relentless offensive rebounder and rim protector who doesn't need plays called for him. It fundamentally solves the exact problem Doncic identified, upgrading the interior toughness of the starting five while simultaneously weakening an Eastern Conference contender. It's a ruthless, brilliant strategy, but it requires the front office to execute perfectly. Will Rob Pelinka and the Lakers pull the trigger on a $15 million offer sheet to secure Luka's A-list big man, or will they watch another elite center slip through their fingers?
Did you really think the Los Angeles Lakers were just going to sit quietly after making their first-round selection, or are we witnessing the beginning of a massive, calculated draft night master plan designed to completely retool this roster around Luka Doncic? The War Room in Los Angeles has been operating with a level of chaotic brilliance and urgency that we simply haven't seen in years. It started in the first round when the Lakers aggressively moved up from number 25 to number 24 in a targeted deal with the New York Knicks, zeroing in to select Baylor guard Cameron Carr. But as the draft progressed, the maneuvering only intensified. According to a report from Shams Charania, the Lakers acquired the number 56 pick in the second round from the Chicago Bulls, sending cash considerations to secure their spot. However, acquiring that last second-round pick was never the final destination. It was merely a puzzle piece. NBA insider Brett Siegel immediately dropped a massive hint, stating he anticipated the Lakers using that asset to move up again, and he was right. Just hours later, the Lakers flipped that number 56 pick, trading prospect Vsevolod Ischenko to the Dallas Mavericks. To the casual observer, shuffling late second-round picks might seem trivial. Cash for pick deals happen all the time, and players taken that late rarely become immediate rotation pieces. But context is everything here. As Siegel pointed out, if the Lakers were just buying number 56 to take whoever fell, it would be a simple transaction, but using it as trade currency proves this is all about front office flexibility rather than the pick itself. This is a direct repeat of last year's aggressive playbook, where the Lakers vaulted from number 55 to 45 to 36 to eventually secure Adu Tiero.
The stakes for this roster construction are monumentally high right now. The Lakers aren't just hunting for any young prospect, they are meticulously hunting for a specific profile that fits seamlessly around Luka Doncic and whatever iteration of this team survives free agency. The reality is terrifying. Los Angeles is heading into the offseason with massive question marks, with LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes, and DeAndre Ayton all entering free agency. The roster outside of Doncic is dangerously unsettled. What the Lakers desperately need is frontcourt help, specifically a pick-and-roll partner who can protect the rim, or elite perimeter shooters who can feast on the open looks generated by Doncic's intense offensive gravity. While Cameron Carr gives them a dynamic young wing option, it doesn't solve the glaring frontcourt void. The front office was closely monitoring high-upside players who slid into the second round, like Cincinnati's versatile 6'11" forward Baba Miller, or frontcourt options like Henry Vassar and Malik Brown.
The relentless trading proves one thing: this front office refuses to be passive. They are actively trying to buy, package, and maneuver their way into acquiring cost-controlled talent that fits their exact championship window needs. So the real question for Lakers fans is this: is this flurry of draft night gymnastics enough to build a reliable supporting cast for Luka, or is this just the calm before a massive veteran trade storm?
What happens when you hand the keys of the most storied franchise in basketball to a billionaire juggernaut who treats the luxury tax like pocket change? The entire NBA is about to find out, and the rest of the Western Conference should be absolutely terrified. In June 2025, the landscape of Los Angeles sports shifted forever when Mark Walter purchased the Lakers for a staggering valuation of $10 billion. To truly understand the seismic shift happening in the front office right now, you have to look at the math. Walter boasts a staggering net worth of $13.2 billion, which completely dwarfs the $1.2 billion net worth of former controlling owner Jeannie Buss. For years, Lakers fans had to endure a family-run business model that often tiptoed around the luxury tax. Those days are officially over. Money is no longer an issue, and we are already seeing the direct, undeniable impact of Walter's massive financial muscle on the Lakers' roster construction. During the 2026 NBA draft, Walter did something that would have been a massive internal debate under the previous regime. He aggressively deployed cash. The Lakers traded pure cash to acquire the 56th overall pick from the Chicago Bulls, marking the exact type of transactional weaponization that was nearly impossible with Buss in charge. Walter also sent out cash to move up in the first round to secure Cameron Carr at 24th overall. While the NBA's dreaded second apron prevents teams from spending completely unchecked on player salaries, like Walter does with his $421.4 million payroll for the Los Angeles Dodgers, there are zero restrictions on utilizing cash considerations in trades or investing endlessly in facilities and front office staff behind the scenes. Walter is essentially hacking the CBA by maxing out every single financial avenue allowed to acquire talent. We saw a glimpse of this in 2025 when he sent out cash to grab Adu Thiero, and he's repeating the exact same aggressive strategy now.
This isn't just about buying a second-round pick that might turn into a deep bench player. It's about a fundamental organizational philosophy shift. Winning the draft is about taking as many bites at the apple as possible, and Walter is basically buying out the whole orchard. By essentially purchasing additional assets, Walter is allowing the scouting department to build out crucial depth, one of the team's most glaring flaws during the 2025-26 season. The Lakers are desperate to improve the talent around Luka Doncic, and having an owner willing to write a blank check for draft capital is a massive competitive advantage. Fans might not see the new equipment upgrades or the behind-the-scenes staff expansions during a game, but they will absolutely feel the impact of a deeper roster constructed without financial hesitation. Mark Walter is just getting started, putting the entire league on notice at the dawn of a crucial championship window. The Lakers are no longer operating like a cautious family business. They are functioning like a ruthless, cutting-edge corporate titan, fully expected to win at all costs. So I ask you, Lakers Nation, with a $13 billion war chest finally at their disposal, what massive domino is Mark Walter going to push over next to ensure this team brings home title number 18?